Hi, my name is Tomi Vetter, and I am a Classicalia semi-finalist. When I started playing the piano, I think I vigorously started playing the piano around 7th grade, whenever I was around 12 or like 11 years old, somewhere around there. And what really inspired me was my grandmother. She started me at a very young age, and it was just something I always saw in my family. And so being able to see my sister or my aunt or my grandmother be able to do these things, and or my grandmother brag about how she wrote music when she was in high school for her groups and stuff, I fell in love with the piano, and I felt so inspired, and I wanted to do the exact same things. I would say something that's been very pivotal for me recently in my studies of the piano is that is the entire body. It is something that we don't really notice all the time because we're so fixated on reading the notes and wanting to learn the music. But something that I found is that whenever we tend to relax our whole body, we actually have a better performance, and we actually feel a whole lot better about even reading the notes too, because we feel relaxed. I'm that person that I really want to get things done, and I have this high grit energy where I want to work so hard, but I think I realize I work the hardest whenever I'm at peace, and I really love that. Being a classical pianist in Oklahoma City is honestly very exciting and very invigorating. I think that there are a ton of opportunities to be able to see things, especially in Oklahoma City, where you have the Philharmonic here and everything, where you get to go see things at the Civic Center, or you get to see other ensembles that are performing here. You find yourself shocked at the talent and the pure enjoyment and love that people have here for classical music. I mean, and not even that, like, they're very supportive. Like, for example, there's competitions all over the state of Oklahoma for you to be a pianist in, and that's where I found myself too whenever I was in my undergraduate degree here studying in Oklahoma. I was able to compete, and they were so supportive of that. I was able to be one of the 2 picked in the entire state of Oklahoma to play with the community orchestra here. That was awesome. And then like Ladies Music Club. I mean, my gosh, that was the first competition I had ever won in college, and the first one I'd ever auditioned to. I mean, it was exciting. I just think there's a lot of opportunity, and there is a lot of support for this as well. My hobbies outside of the piano, I would say I like to be very active outside. I like to go running or hiking or walking. I'll play soccer with my boyfriend, or I'll go see my family, hang out with my family. I know it's music related, but I also write music. I love writing music. I'm a singer, composer. I love being able to just even sit down at the piano and improvise for hours, it seems. It seems like I can't even go without being able to do that in the day. I think that is just one of the biggest things that rings inside of my heart. I like making music because everyone has the capability of making music. It is something that I believe everyone is capable of doing. And I actually see that. I'm a witness, and I have testimonies of seeing people who you'd think wouldn't be able to play music. They're playing music. They're able to do it because it is a body function. We are able to do this as all, and I think it unites us all as well. My biggest musical influence is my professor, Dr. Sergio Montero. He is absolutely stunning in everything that he does, and he's exemplary in absolutely every performance and every lesson, and with it seems like everything that he does. So whenever I think about, the biggest example or the biggest influence in my life, it would really be him. So this right here is the lovely piano that I get to practice on. And whenever I practice on it, I find that there's one of the most special things about it, and something that's so important also in my pieces, is this bass. Since it's a real nice performance grand piano that they'd have on performance stages, you get to practice all of that goodness and that rich bass. So this is the medium rehearsal hall in Oklahoma City University. And what's so special about it is that it actually has, like, I would say, like a sound barrier. So it actually makes sure where you can't hear anything outside the doors and no one can hear you outside of them. I love this space. It's just, it opens up so many opportunities, especially for if you're wanting to practice performing. So I love it. And I get to study in here and use it for classes, and it feels like home. The piece that I submitted for the round 2 is the Cacciatorian Toccata. And I find this piece to be very exciting, very energetic, but also very, you have to be so diligent with the technique and just the way that you're phrasing things. Something that I found that was different about mine, but something that escalated the music to a higher level, was the sense of pedal, especially because it can be very difficult to figure out when to use your pedal and when it's not too much, because this piece is really crazy. Like, it's very, very demanding. And something that I found just so exciting, and in general I really love, is this pedal, this sense of atmospheric tension that you can use in being able to, like, it's more like honey in the way that you can form ways and make it really juicy and very delicious, just the way that it seems like it's just like almost like it's just so, it's so smooth. That's what I'm meaning, like such a smooth transition. It's the part where it gets very very soft and it's in the higher register of the piano. It's just something that I loved, and it's something actually that the judge that I had commented on, she was talking about the sections where I have this pianissimos, right, and everything. Those are one of my favorite spots because it just becomes so gorgeous, so dreamlike. It was beautiful just to be able to see that, and because I felt that way whenever I played it or if I listened to it, and I'm just so happy that that translated over. I wanted to really show a lot, and I was like, I hope this is enough, you know. I hope this is good, and my dream's made. It was awesome. It was just a joy. My whole family is all just like raving. Everyone's calling each other like, oh my gosh, she made it.